假日午后，在客厅即兴来上一段传统舞蹈。紧紧抱着怀里的小宝贝，母女时光这样恬静美好。幼儿园老师 Betty 超喜欢小孩，自己有2个可爱女儿。问她在匈牙利生小孩有什么补助吗？讲出来羡煞众人。
If you have 1 or 2 children, you can apply for an extra benefit, so you can get a cheaper loan, but I mean with better interest. And you also get an amount of money from the government. That is different. If you have 2 children, it's around 1.5 million. If you want to buy a house and you apply for the loan, you get for free, I mean non-return amount.
Non-return?
Yeah, for it 1.5. And if you have 3 children, you get 10 million.
第一利多就是借钱免还，夫妻结婚时可以向政府申请低利成家贷款1000万福林，大约新台币100万左右。生到第2个小孩1/3免还，如果再生一个2+1等于3，补助100%不用还。2019年政策一推出，确实刺激了一波婴儿潮，像是 Cici 一家人跟着政策走。
I have 3 wonderful daughters, and I'm waiting for our next baby. Yeah.
It's like in the girls' dorm.
Yeah, more or less. We have a whole soccer team. Yeah.
进入青春期的大女儿、二女儿，跟在后面的是3岁活泼好动小跟屁虫，一家5口到哪里都热热闹闹。妈妈肚子里的是 Cici 家第4个孩子，一家5口即将变6口，全家既兴奋又期待，想换个大一点的房子，生育补贴刚好派上用场。
If I buy a flat, so it's quite nice because a new flat what I bought last month was 65 million foreign, so I got back 10 million from the government.
1000万福利通通免还，等于买房头期款政府帮你出。除了丰厚奖励金，像他们一家生到第4个孩子，妈妈还能终身免缴所得税。这在欧洲动辄35%起跳的税率来讲，确实诱人。
Honestly, I don't really pay any extra tax if I have as much daughter, so it's one more plus. If you have more daughter, but honestly, for young girls, much expensive. What am I got from the government? It's not a typical thing in Hungary to get more than 2 children. So I think I'm a little bit different.
能生但不愿意生，最大的考量还是在经济层面。世界各国都在面临少子化，像是意大利久居低生育率国家之列，正因为对妇女的补助跟支持远远不够。
The big problem is to find a solid job, economic independence that allow them to get the credit to buy a house and to start building a family.
匈牙利近10年生育率同样最低掉到1.2%，比欧盟的1.58%还要少。雪上加霜的是，青壮人口纷纷出走到西欧赚钱，生得少，人又外移，政府只得独排众议，把 GDP 的5%，大约90亿美金的巨额预算，通通压在抢救少子化的危机。但所有补助只给匈牙利之子，自己的孩子自己生。
For sure, it's a good motivation for many families in order to buy a house, what they couldn't do it before. It depends on the family. It depends on the situation. We are very happy to have 2 healthy and beautiful children, and we think that's enough for us.
Motivate you to get one more.
No, that's enough.
Betty 斩钉截铁一句 no， 生育补助不是人生计划的全部。尽管政策推出后几年，匈牙利的生育率从最低1.2%缓步回升到1.56%，再生一个的确成为全民话题，但现实是国家财政赤字居高不下， 经济紧缩的状况下，终身免税、多生免还钱这一帖催生猛药能再维持几年？钱要从哪里来才是最大考验。